Hi, I'm here with Doug, who is head of HR for Dish. And I first of all want to congratulate Dish for being a top veteran friendly employer. But more importantly, I am here and I'd love to interview you and learn more about you and the company. And I'd like to first start with your full name, your title, your role, how long you've been with the company. We want to know a little bit more about you and your background and your journey that brought you to Dish.
Sure. My name is Doug Balsbough, and as you mentioned, I'm the head of human resources for Dish. We're actually now Dish slash EchoStar. We merged the two companies earlier this year, but been here for about 2 years, and really enjoyed my time here and look forward to talking about Dish and EchoStar a little bit. But before coming here, my career actually started in the Army. I spent about 5.5 years. Was a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, also worked in operations and personnel, and was stationed in Korea, and then also a couple of domestic sites as well. Made a decision to leave the military actually at the end of the first Gulf War. So showing my age here a little bit. But decided to go back to school and get an MBA. So I did that, and then ended up starting my civilian career at Sikorsky Aircraft. And Sikorsky at the time was part of a much larger corporation called United Technologies. And so my career sort of progressed from there within the United Technologies group of companies. So spent several decades in aerospace companies, industrial companies, a little bit of service type companies, really kind of a lot of variety, a lot of different types of organizations and businesses. Left that company after several different mergers and changes to the company. Decided to make a career change. Did a bit of consulting. Found that I kind of missed the day-to-day action. Really kind of rolling up your sleeves and getting heavily involved in a company. And so, as I said, about 2 years ago, I joined Dish.
Excellent. I wanted to first of all thank you for your service. And I know that you brought a lot of skills to be in the position that you're at. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But I want to first ask you, as a top veteran friendly company, that means a lot, right? It means different things to different companies. What does that recognition mean to you and to your company?
Yeah, look, we're very honored to have this recognition. We believe veterans are some of the best talent out there. We like the skill sets and just the mindset that veterans come with. Very mission driven, very results focused, which is what we are, who we are as a company. We're recognized for successfully supporting veterans is really a tribute to, I'd say, our primarily our Veterans Resource Group, which is very active across the company. We do quite a few events and activities supporting veterans, and just really communicating, what veterans bring to an organization, to the broader set of employees. So, a little bit about how they can contribute and the meaning of very significant events like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, those types of days. Heavily involved in just helping to communicate the meaning of those dates beyond just a day off from work.
A lot of companies like to hire veterans like Dish because they recognize that valuable skill set that they bring. And you just mentioned the Veteran Resource Group, which I believe as a group and being able to identify with that group helps a veteran learn more about the company, find other allies in the company. And I believe it's one of the ways that companies can retain their employees, but more of their veteran employees if they have that veteran resource group. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Maybe even how you plan on spending, Veterans Day? Because from different interviews that I've had, they've even shared how having these valuable resource groups also teaches others who may not have a family member that is a veteran and are not aware of the veteran world, that once they hear or they participate in some of these events, it starts making them a little bit more culturally aware of other groups. Could you share upon that a bit?
Yeah, I guess I'll start with the last part, which is, our Veterans Resource Group plays a very, very active role in really communicating what it means to be a veteran and helping the broader employee base, many who don't have a background in the military, to understand, what it means to be a veteran. But as I said, we like veterans. We have great experience with veterans joining our company. Again, just the mindset that a veteran brings to the organization. We're doing some very unique things here as a company. We're building the world's first, what's called 5G O-RAN network, which is a wireless network that is nationwide across the country. We have very challenging targets that the U.S. government set for us as we build out this network. And so we have to be very focused, very driven, very results oriented, and that's exactly what we see from our veterans. But back to the retention, I think is the question you asked as far as veterans. I think the VRG plays a very active role. Sorry, I'm using acronyms. VRG.
No, I'm familiar with them. Yes, but yes,
okay.
Business resource groups, or more importantly, the veteran resource group.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, the Veterans Resource Group plays a very active role in retaining veterans at our organization. I think probably one of the biggest things they do is they create a sense of belonging. A veteran joins our company and they immediately have a circle of friends, acquaintances, people who have similar backgrounds, similar experiences, can help maybe even translate a little bit of your military experience and how does that equate to maybe experiences you'll have in the civilian world, and just help people kind of make that transition from the military to a regular publicly traded company like EchoStar and Dish. With that focus on service, and people can make an amazing career at a company like Dish and like EchoStar. The opportunity is definitely there to grow and advance a career and really make a place for yourself. I'd say we're also very service oriented as a company. Service in a different way though, because it's service to our customers. We've been #1 in customer satisfaction for 6 years in a row. And I think the veterans who join us bring that service mindset, granted a different type of service, but bring that service mindset to the company. So, overall, our retention rate of veterans is significantly better than our employee population as a whole, which tells me our culture, is a good fit for veterans.
Excellent. I'm interested in knowing more about this new program that you have that you're working on. So you are probably looking for more veterans to come on board to help build that and grow that, correct? So you have lots of different opportunities. And is it fairly easy? I mean, what's the process of finding a job? I just want to mention, I know that with you being on the helm of this and being a veteran yourself, I'm sure that your program is smooth into, understanding where they're coming in, maybe relating where their resume is. It may not be exactly where, like everyone else's, because they're, changing and learning more about that. Can you tell me a little bit more about the positions and how is it difficult? Is there a certain process?
Yeah, like the best way to learn more about opportunities that exist within Dish and EchoStar is from our website.
Okay.
We have a careers website. There's links to all the jobs we have open. At any given time, we have hundreds of positions that are open. In a typical year, we're hiring somewhere close to 5,000 people. So we do significant hiring in the course of the year. So again, always opportunity for people and for veterans. So I'd encourage people to go to our website and look at opportunities. To give you a little sample of maybe what types of jobs are out there, it's anything from basic like technicians, which are people who are out what we would call the field, out visiting people's homes, installing satellite dishes on their homes for our Dish TV business, to we have wireless network engineers, we have customer service people, we have what you would think about typically in a corporation where we have roles in finance and human resources and those types of roles as well. So it really is everything from soup to nuts as far as opportunities here. And we're always looking for talent. We're always looking for good people. And I would encourage everybody to go look at our website.
Excellent. So I guess in the final types of the questions, I wanted to ask you first, I know you guys do a very big celebration for Veterans Day, and I just wanted to ask you another more of a personal question. So first, let's ask, what you're doing. I'm reading here some things that you guys do. You put up some flags, and you really let people understand the value and the importance of Veterans Day. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, we try to really emphasize Veterans Day. I mentioned other holidays that we celebrate and we help educate, but Veterans Day is really, I'd say, sort of one of the premier events for our company and for our VRG. By the way, I failed to mention earlier, but our Veterans Resource Group has about 250 active members, so it's not small.
That's fantastic.
A significant number of people involved. It started back in 2017 on Veterans Day. So that was the day we launched
that's great.
Our resource group. But lots of celebration on Veterans Day. We have multiple locations where we hold celebrations. Denver, which is where we're headquartered, but Spartanburg, North Carolina, Cheyenne, Oklahoma City, Knoxville, many different locations, where we celebrate Veterans Day. And typically what we'll do is we'll have a celebration for veterans and for employees. We'll have food provided to the employees as a celebration. We typically will do a card signing where we have people sign cards basically thanking people who are in the service today. And those cards will get sent to service members. We'll have speakers. We have multiple people in leadership roles here in the corporation who are veterans, besides just myself. And we'll have multiple speakers, talk about, being a veteran and what Veterans Day means. And again, a little bit about, what it's like to be a veteran within our company. So, quite a bit of focus on Veterans Day. But like I said, we celebrate multiple holidays, and the VRG is very actively involved. We do things like hosting happy hours, and just really partner with some of our what I'll call partners as a company to help sponsor some of these things. So a couple companies who've helped sponsor veterans events for us in recent years are like Palo Alto. There's a company called Trace 3, and in our TV programming, companies like AMC, the Military Channel, Hallmark. They've all been really great sponsors working with us as partners to help to help put on really good veterans events for us.
Oh, that's excellent. And there's nothing like community. A community that comes together can really reach quite a few people. So, and it's obviously that you're doing that from the growth and from being on our best of the best as a top veteran friendly company. I wanted to kind of end our interview by asking, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our readers about yourself or the company or your team?
Yeah, I mean, not so much about myself, but I would like to say, one more time that, we like to hire veterans. The veterans who have joined us at all levels of the organization are talented people, committed. They're very mission driven, very results focused. As I said, we're doing something that is very unique in the world, building this brand new technology wireless network across the United States. And it requires, people who are results focused, mission driven, have a purpose. And that's exactly the type of person we're looking for. And I think that's the type of person we find with veterans.
Many times I felt your sincerity when you said, we like veterans. We value veterans. That says a lot. A lot of companies don't always say that, but I can hear it from you. So we're going to make sure that message comes out in the editorial, welcoming them. So quite a few. Do you guys ever go to any conferences?
Yeah, we have a fairly robust talent acquisition team, and they attend several different conferences. So, I mean, they're
do you ever come out? Yeah, if you ever come out or you see me.
But I should.
Okay, well, if you ever do, I would love to meet you. I'd love to just say hello and thank you. So You'll see me always walking around these conferences. So if you ever do, I just wanted to thank you personally. Thank you. All right.
Sounds great. Okay.
You got it.
Appreciate
Take care.
Take
Sure.
care. Bye.
Bye-bye.